let us go ahead and get going. So we will go ahead and start with a look at the map, because as you all are aboard the transport shuttle coming into the prison, the windows crack and you are able to see out very slightly into the nearby surrounding areas. This is going to be my attempt at a true sandbox hex crawl. And your travel is basically just going to be limited by how much food you have on hand. Because, as is true in any democratic republic of the people, for some reason food seems always a little bit short.
Unfortunate.
Red lines!
And so, looking out, you see that the prison is in a valley with mountains on three sides of you. Just to your south, there is a small, small valley going off. To your north, it appears that the valley that you're in opens up much more widely, and there seems to be some water just that way. You also notice through the crack in the windows that there are two mountain peaks from which you might be able to get a better view of the surrounding areas.
Oh,
Everything that happens in this is going to affect, if it's significant enough, the wider quadrant. So, for example, if your little party escapes prison and winds up running into I don't know, an ammo stash or something, and you go and blow it up, well, that's one less ammo stash that the Democratic People's Republic of Procyon has for whatever they do in a macro level.
So you're saying we could potentially screw over our main characters?
Or help them.
Or we destabilize a government.
You could also do that. But this is going to be a
we
true sandbox. I basically have no care or direction for which way you go, north, south, east, west. At the end of every night that we play, we're going to basically plot out your course. You'll pick where you want to go, and then, because of the limitations of us being online, I will then take your plotted course and plan the next week from that.
All right.
And so, is everybody transported over to the prison scene? You should be standing in front of the transport bus.
Yeah.
Does everybody have vision?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. As you land, the bus takes off. You look around and you see thick prison walls. You see a officer standing in front of you. Behind you is a tall guard tower, and surrounding the entire area is a double fence that is being patrolled. The Procyon officer steps forward. Welcome, inmates. I am your commanding officer. Today is the start of the rest of your lives. You are here to be rehabilitated and re-educated. As he starts, the other prisoner that had been transported with you starts looking around and begins panicking. No, 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 no. I'm not supposed to be here, man. I didn't even do anything. I didn't do anything. He starts running off. From one of the security cameras at the corner of the building, an arc of electricity shoots out, zapping him, knocking him to the floor. Ooh, I do so love when I get to have a visual demonstration. I don't even gotta explain how this goes. So you might have just noticed that the inmate decided to try and run off. All the cameras you see around here are equipped with a little bit of what you might call a taser. It probably ain't gonna kill you unless we turn it up, but we do like to keep y'all in line. Speaking of lines, these here lines on the ground, you're gonna see two sorts. You got the yellow ones that you may cross if given permission. You also see white ones where you can cross, but we're gonna be watching you really closely. Of course, there's also the out-of-bound lines. There's nice bright red ones. You cross that one, we're gonna shoot to kill. At this time, you're all gonna respond with yes, sir, when I ask the question. Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, y'all follow me. This guy, he gonna get drug off, and he gonna get fitted for a nice little shoe. As the guard comes out, he says to the guy on the ground, "That would be our shorthand for solitary, you undemocratic scum."
Oh, I was hoping it was pastry.
Now, if
I
the
thought he was
rest of
gonna get
you,
taser, but
kindly follow me. And do remember to stay inside the lines. As you walk in, you see several locked doors that lead off to other parts of the prison. Now, if you will kindly, I'll step in here. And he locks the door behind you, and the door ahead opens up. Everybody into the trap.
We just go.
And the door to the main area opens up. You see that the trap that you're in has a door off to the right-hand side. And that is also locked. This little area here is called a trap. It prevents you from basically walking straight outside. And as you all enter the general population area, the door behind you slams and locks. Oops, forgot to lock that door.
ooh,
And then over the intercom, "All right, newbies, welcome. Y'all now free to move about the cabin. We are currently in recreation time, so you are free to talk with whoever you want. Remember, if you are inside this here yellow or this here white line, we are going to be watching you very closely, 'cause, some sensitive areas over here. I am watching you through this here window. And we also got our general security watching you from just over to the right here. Y'all do anything stupid, we're gonna make sure that you learn from it." And the PA cuts off, and y'all are in prison now. You look around, and you see small groups of people hanging about. They seem generally segregated amongst their own sort. One woman sits off in the corner, deliberately sitting on the window side of the white line. She has a drift inhibitor collar, much as Sam has, so you know that she's also in here for witchcraft. As you begin walking around, an old man walks up to you. "Oh, welcome, brothers and sister. Now, democracy's blessing on you. I know it's scary, but we're all here for the same reason. We sinned against democracy. But don't worry, we're here to be rehabilitated. It's a sign of goodwill that not all of us are terrible people. I want to give y'all a little welcoming gift. It ain't much, but I'm gonna give you a little ration and some nice water. Y'all gotta be real careful. They gotta. Oh, I just don't want to say it, but sometimes the food's a little bit short. From the corner, you hear the woman say, "He means in famine we don't get fed." No, we ain't got no famines, that undemocratic talk. Man, I just. Now, I see you, newbie, that you're also a witch, but, if you repent your ways and accept democracy's saving grace, then you too will be saved. So, here's a little ration for y'all, and if you ever need anything, me and my group of democratic lovers are here for you. He hands you all some rations and then goes back to his group. Going to drop in a ration for all of you. Whoops.
So, just point of clarification: Democratic lovers, they're a poly couple.
This guy.
No, they drinking the Kool-Aid that the prison is pushing out.
Yeah, he's
I know
basically
it was a joke.
he's basically an evangelist.
I do like the effect of the bugs going across the screen. It is a little weird, but it is nice.
Question: are those real bugs? Can I catch one?
Those are actually rats, as what they're
Rat.
supposed to be.
Thank you, rats. You don't see the tail.
Yeah, they are
I
good
hadn't zoomed
quality.
in on them enough.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So actually, oh wait, apparently I. Okay, apparently the visual effects does also seem to be throwing in the occasional bug there, but anyway, those are supposed to be rats.
Okay, I just had it zoomed out far enough to where I'm getting a wide enough look at everything, so
Yeah.
I thought they were roaches, but rats are even better.
Yeah.
Especially if you're hungry.
From the corner, the woman that they called a witch. Whoa! Why did that do that? The woman that they had called a witch said, "Don't mind them. They just really love their constitution." And friendly reminder for my fellow witch, and seem to scoff at that term. uh, Try and avoid the Caesarean Brotherhood. They're pretty racist folk, but they generally keep to the corner of the cell block.
What?
And
Space area. Yeah.
she points over to the far corner of the top left of the prison block as the territory of the Caesarean Brotherhood. They
They have the stitches.
they really don't like you, especially if you're a technomancer or a mystic, but especially if you're not a skittermander.
I think it's what
Okay.
C-section stands for.
I don't know. Ask Brian.
All right.
I think
The C section was named after how supposedly Julius Caesar was born. He was apparently the quote unquote first to be born of such a surgical procedure, hence why it is named a Caesarean.
he heard you. I'm assuming it's safe that my telepathic communication abilities are hampered
Suppressed.
right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All of your mystical abilities are currently suppressed by the collar that you are wearing. Locke is hobbled by the chains remaining on his feet, resulting in a speed of only 25 should he have to ever run.
Can you hand me my drink out of the fridge?
Got it.
All right. Excuse me, miss, since you know more about what's going on here. Do we get fed regularly, or are we pretty much on our own here?
They will provide one meal a day. Enjoy it. usually. As I said before, unless the government decides to declare a famine, in which case, hopefully your smuggling networks are good and you can get some rations in.
What else do I need to know?
What's going on?
Well,
How can
for
our
for a
lady?
for a mystic, yeah, definitely avoid the skittermanders. Everybody's pretty wary of anyone that can touch the drift, so it's kind of why I like hanging out over here. At least here, the worst that's gonna happen to me is getting electrocuted. But yeah, don't expect anybody to be exceptionally kind to you. I mean, other two, you're probably okay, but yeah, propaganda really, some of them buy more of it
Oh,
than others.
this ain't my first rodeo. All right, so we've got the preacher man and his group,
Yeah, so as you look
the
around,
multi-armed little bastards. Any other gangs in this bitch?
you do seem to see generally two kinds of people, and for simplicity's sake, the ones in the square profile pictures generally appear to hang out with each other, and the ones that all look weirdly like Cassie and Andor generally seem to be hanging out with each other in the circle pictures. You don't necessarily think that they're gangs per se. The only two that seem to have any significant gang like affiliations are the Skittermander gang and the Democracy Lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Our skittermanders are our racist ones up there in the corner.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you look around, you also see another trap at the top right hand corner of the prison that heads outside to a track where other people are currently walking around. There are a few guards standing outside you can see through the windows, which are the teal looking
Ah,
things.
okay. Ah, okay. So we're in a solid square. Is this our entire area? Like, I see all the bathrooms and whatnot. Are we kind of like sleep wherever we can?
Yes, it does not look like there are assigned cells, and so uh, there are individual rooms, each with their own toilets. You have been given a blanket. You are currently wearing just rags, and let me see, what else did I give you? Uh, yes, and everybody should now have one field ration. These rations are sufficient to feed and hydrate you for one full day.
Wow.
Mhm.
Days.
Can I get some floss? Floss. Lovely.
Mhm. Is there somewhere we can talk that's not next to the white line?
You suspect that the most private place that you could get to is probably off to the farthest left of the general population area. It is near a camera, but there does appear to be a relatively empty seating area. These round circles are tables.
Uh-huh.
This area seems currently open. It is right next
All
to
right.
the Skittermander area, but each of these cells is
Yeah.
also walled off and generally private.
Okay.
Are we wanting our new friend to follow us or something?
Well, we're gonna need to make friends somehow. You're not gonna get many friends with being you.
That's why I came over to talk to her. Figured I'd probably have
Exactly.
luck with her.
You know, she
I'm good with
she is
beating up
positively,
anybody I need to.
yeah, she is positively inclined towards you since you are also a mystic.
Hmm. So I'm a fairly good sized dude, and I don't think anybody's really gonna want to fuck with Yogi.
Everybody is eyeing the gigantic bear a little bit warily. Very few of them have seen an elevated animal before, and so it is a little bit of a novelty to them.
I see him out.
Am I gonna have to put on a dog and pony show to diplomacy something?
If you would like to, certainly we can go ahead and uh, whichever group you would like to try and impress and or intimidate, go ahead and let me know which group you want to try to get in good with.
Well, you probably don't want me coming with for that.
Let's see. Sam, you actually have the highest. Actually, you and Locke are tied for the highest diplomacy score, while Maeve has the
Oh
highest
wow!
and highest intimidate. Oh, wait,
Have we
sorry.
been here for an hour?
Yes, it's probably been about an hour since you've been here.
So I've got a cultural
Sorry.
chameleon. Once per day after spending 1d4 hours in a settlement, you can attempt a DC 15 culture check to recall knowledge about local customs, fads, sports teams, or other local phenomena. If succeeded, I gain a +2 to my diplomacy checks to gather information in the settlement, as well as to change attitude of its residents.
Very nice. Then,
Okay, cool.
So,
I got a
let's
negative
see.
charisma. I did put a bunch into intimidate though, so I can scare people. That's about it. Oh, I have just enough not to have a negative to lie to bluff.
nice.
Okay.
All right, so
So,
yeah, Locke, go ahead and we can apply that bonus.
so I think it's a culture check first to see if I get the bonus.
I have a +9 to culture.
Let's
So
see.
I got a +12 to my
So,
culture.
yes, your culture check needs to beat
Okay.
15. Which it
Which I beat it.
does. So that is
Okay,
a
so
+2.
who do we want to potentially diplomacy with?
Yeah, do you want to do the Andors, the apparent street toughs, the evangelists, or the Skittermander gang?
I don't like the Skidamander gang because they're not going to be helpful to us, regardless of anything. Maybe the Andors or the Andors or the Street Gang. I
Do
have
we
a
have
feeling that we'll
do we have
end
any
up
sense
beating up
of
the
who
rest
might
of it.
be top dog, or are they kind of equal?
It looks like from your. Let's see. Go ahead and everybody make a culture check, please.
Oh no.
And everybody does extremely well.
Oh
So the
wow.
uh, the Andors and the Street Toughs, they just appear to be very generic people, but the Street Toughs are frequently more argumentative. So they seem most likely that they're going to be wanting to fight, the ones in the square boxes. The evangelists, appear to be the weakest of everybody. They seem to want to avoid any manner of confrontation and just try and convert people to the ways of democracy. And
So, two
every
questions about that.
yes,
First off, is his gift of a ration his way of trying to make sure we owe him something, or are they looking for muscle because they don't have enough?
that is for you to interpret. Generally speaking, one does. When one is going to prison, you generally don't like to accept gifts because it generally means that somebody has power over you. However, these guys also
Hmm.
seem to be very weak, and so it could very well be interpreted as we could use a little protection, please. You guys seem big and strong and nice. Maybe don't hurt us.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of being beholden to anybody in here, but I do. My initial thing as I'm reading this is that these guys are trying to put a bid out for protection.
As you look at them, they generally seem to be the weakest, the most malnourished of everybody. Everybody
Mm,
has just stark white hair, even though some of them maybe are only 30.
okay, so we can't beat them up for rations because they don't have enough to spare, really.
As they appear to be, that your interpretation is that it was a gift that maybe they could convince you to protect them.
I've been reading a lot of Kane books. They sound like Emperor botherers to me right now. Don't want to deal. All right, the street toughs. Do they look like they're decently fed?
They do appear to be better fed. They also look like the sort that you might find on a street corner. You suspect that they probably have some manner of shank or weaponry that they use to defend themselves and especially defend their food.
Mm-hmm.
The Andor group looks more like they are inclined to stealing their way to the top, but also generally look decently fed. Everybody, just flat out everybody, is avoiding the Skittermanders. They are clearly the top dogs of this unit.
And they hate
All
me.
right. Yep, that's okay. So yeah, do you want to do your established badassness now, Lock, or do we want to try and take this other witch over into like a cell or whatnot, where we can kind of hash out some details a little bit better first? I'm good either way.
I'm amenable to either. I've got a good chance of getting a decent diplomacy roll. Uh, so if we know we want to go try and align ourselves with a group, if not, we can try to. I mean, hell, I could even use the diplomacy on her potentially if that's going to convince her to come with us for a chat.
Or she might just talk better to me one on one.
Yeah, but if you're trying to get her to walk closer to the Skittermanders to any degree, having a meat shield may be amenable.
Fine.
Yeah. Let's say maybe we take like one of these couple of cells over here and kind of figure out our battle plan. I'm thinking prison right's the best way we're getting out of here.
Probably.
You made it sealed.
What?
Flour. Shit doesn't.
It's supposed to be sealed. It's flour.
Yeah, not when I can't get it off.
I can clean it off.
So, as you're debating, you hear a bell in the upper corner, and the door to the upper corner shuts and locks, and
Just happens to every single place, John.
a group of people that had been outside all come in. And they scatter to their various groups.
Yes, we only get to go outside in shifts.
It looks like if you approach the door, you will be allowed into the trap since it is currently a uh, open compound, I guess.
They just had their 1 hour of gym time.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So outside is also an option for y'all.
Now, under prison rules, it seems like the Skittermanders may be the biggest dude in here. We could go try to make him our bitch.
Mm.
Just throwing it out there as an option.
It is an option. Right now, I don't think we can do it because it would be 2 combatants versus 6, with Sam being so severely handicapped. Your shackles and inability to move at speed that you want to might also hinder you. But I'm thinking if we get along decently with the street thugs and then steal a bunch of their shit and give it and hide it on the Andors, we can possibly get a riot going that way. Or maybe we can get the street thugs to think that they're bad enough that we can take the Skittermanders out.
Starting a race war.
One way or another, it sounds like we might.
Well, why don't we start with our fellow witch?
I don't see them give us spoons that we can dig out from. So we're not doing the Count of Monte Cristo or all the Alcatraz movies.
But we have a big old bear with claws.
Right. We're going to need to compromise, get the guards compromised somehow in order to get out of here. And we'll probably need a few days' rations or something at least before we go.
As you
And
had
I am not above stealing.
as you had entered the building, the there is very obviously still some corners of the prison that you have not seen
Mm-hmm.
that were not accessible to you.
Our conversation with the other witch and then stake out the rest of the prison.
Sounds good. Does she want to go for a walk with us?
All right. Go ahead and roll that diplomacy check with the +2 bonus. And let's see, that bonus lasted for a couple hours, if I recall.
Oh, nice.
Gonna work. Can you hang that back up?
And okay, yes, she eyes you over, but she seems most trustworthy of Sam, since she is also a fellow witch. But Locke does smooth talk her enough that she agrees to head outside with you, And as she walks past, she hugs the wall very closely and says, "The guards will open the door for us. We just need to go to pop into the trap." And the door opens outside. You look around and you see just next to the door 2 guards. On the far side, you see 1 guard standing over by the out of bounds lines. And around the track, you see 3 of the Andors trudging the Devil's Parade. As you near the out of bounds lines, you see the guards, and in their hands they are holding what appear to be rifles, and as you look closer you recognize that they are called compliance rays. They are generally non-fatal, but they do knock you on your ass. And they are eyeing you very closely as you approach the out-of-bounds lines. And whoops, I forgot to give that guy a battery. Reload. Coincidentally, that also tells you everything you need to know about the compliance ray, which, as citizens of Procyon, you have seen utilized on your fellow democratic citizens many a time.
I have a feeling they were utilized on me. That's how they got me in here.
And some of you may have hands-on experience. And so, as you head out, the woman finally introduces herself as Kashana.
Here, let's actually go.
The hell?
I stare at this other guy that's not too, just kind of close in the way of like, yo, fuck off.
He, he looks at you, and somebody roll an intimidate with that fuck off.
I'm very happy to.
Yeah, I only got a +3 to intimidate, not me.
He looks and just turns right back around and starts walking back the other way.
Yeah, like I said, it's my only charisma skill that's good.
And so Kashana looks at you and says, "So, first time, I am guessing. Probably born level 10s, eh?"
Yes, it's our first time.
Well, I've been here
Mm.
for about, I think it's been maybe about 6 or 7 months, so I probably know a thing or two. So,
Okay.
what do you want to
Okay.
know? I mean, I've been lucky enough to kind of get a look around the area, but they keep a tight lid on us.
We wanted to get
Your mic cut out a little bit, Sam.
I said, if we wanted to get out, what would you suggest?
Well, honestly, I've never really noticed too many guards around. So far as I could tell, they generally keep compliance through the cameras, just shocking everybody to the floor and then sending in. I mean, I don't even know how many guards they have. I mean, it never seems like a whole lot at any one time. But, the cameras and the tasers are how they keep us all in line. So, probably something along those lines. If they get overwhelmed, they might not have anything that they could really do about it, but even the couple of riots I've seen, everybody just gets shocked and never comes to anything.
How big were those riots?
What
Generally,
was that?
just one group going against another. So, what, maybe a dozen of people? Ish?
Mhm. How big
Does
is the Skittermander group?
They got six, but their boss is. Well, honestly, I think he's managed to disable his inhibitor. He's a technomancer, and he doesn't show it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen him use his powers.
interesting.
Sigma.
Mm,
But yeah, they got their enforcers, and they generally do all the work.
okay. Have they gotten in any of the riots?
They
Or has anybody tried to take them off down a peg or two?
I think they just run on, I mean, reputation, really. I mean, nobody's really ever tried it, but I mean, I've heard that they could be pretty brutal. I mean, but again, I've never really seen it.
Hmm.
This is out of after 6 months.
Yep. I mean, they got. I mean, I don't even know how they did it, but I mean, the boss there, he's the only one that's actually got a real bed. So I don't even know how he managed that. So I mean, obviously they got connections. So I don't know.
Hmm.
And they could just be babysitting in here for info.
Maybe we should attempt a conversation with the Skittermanders.
That wouldn't be with me.
Y'all might be the first ones to try it.
Okay. If we
I'm
manage,
down.
are you planning to come with?
Oh well, no! I am not gonna do anything. I mean, everybody already hates me, so I stay in my corner. I read my books. I draw my maps. That's it.
Yes, but
Matt,
we're talking about
you draw a
me.
map?
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, it helps keep my mind active, but they forgot to close my window on my way in, and so I kind of saw a lot of the surrounded area. Um, I guess I could show you. Um, but yeah, yeah. Did you want that? I mean, are you really gonna try and escape?
Better
Like
than
I said, this is not my first rodeo. I have no intentions of dying in here or converting to the greater good.
Well, if you can, if you can get me out of here, I'll show you the map.
Besides, if one witch escapes, they're going to look at you heavily. Staying might not be in your best interest.
Well, I guess we have a deal on that end then. She pulls a small scrap of paper out of her pocket and let me reveal. And she shows the map, and you see the valley that you're in and the area that she had seen through the small pass opens into an area, and she points to a corner and says, I'm pretty sure I saw some sort of, I don't know if it was like a training area or something, but it looked like a small outpost of some sort at the far end of the valley. This is all closed off in this area, It's very well protected. North of us, I saw a small fishing village. Didn't seem like a whole lot of people there. And then we flew in through over one of the mountain ridges, and there was another fishing village to the south. There we go.
Mhm.
And so she points out fishing village to the south, a fishing village to the north, a potential training area of some sort off in the secluded valley, and then there are the two mountain peaks.
Mm.
And
I like fishing villages.
That's kind of my thought process
Small.
too.
And that's
Go
that's all I was able to see when I came in. But it did let me know I'm pretty sure we're on the planet Sector 05, which would also explain why some of the higher citizen level guards always seem to really be pissed off about being here. This is always a planet of, lower levels, usually 5 and below on this planet. So the couple that were, like, I know we got a couple of level 3 citizens around here, and they are always holding their nose at everyone.
Huh.
Mm.
So they feel this job's beneath them. That's clear.
I mean, that's all I really know, but if that helps you and you can get me out of here, then, well, I mean, not like I want to stay with you or anything, but I'd go my own way, so you wouldn't have to worry about me or anything. I just gotta get out of here. This place is terrible.
Understood.
Yeah, they're never good. All right, you want to go talk to the skitter managers, bro?
Let's do it.
That would be without
Okay,
me.
let's do it.
She walks off and heads back to the doors. Whoops, that was the wrong way to go, but oh well.
Damn, you should probably come inside with us.
Yeah. Yes, but I can't really go with you.
Right, but if you're inside, then you're at least somewhere where we can get to you if something bad happens.
You could go sit in the corner with your witch friend.
I was thinking about that or maybe staking out a cell.
And Kashana goes back to her seat, and as she crosses the white line back to her normal seat, the two cameras that are on the southeast wall both track her as she sits down.
Yeah, why does she always sit that way? It's just asking to get her ass kicked. Unless she's
Well,
trying to make sure that she's covered in case somebody else tries to jump her.
think about it this way. She's a witch, and if for whatever reason her powers become active, she's going to be one of the biggest threats.
Yeah. As Sam joins her at the table, she further says, "You know, I sit over here because at least if anybody tries to attack me, then we're both gonna get zapped pretty much immediately. That's the white line on the ground. So it hurts like hell, but it's better than anything else."
Better than death. I hear you.
As Locke and Maeve walk into Skittermander territory, the three at the table all put their cards down and glare at you. The two inside the room come up to the door and stand guard. "Hey, we don't like your kind around here. Get lost."
I request parlay.
We don't do that shit. The hell are you on? Get lost, Fob.
Who you calling Fob? I'm a bear.
You hear a chuckle from the back of the room, and the leader. Hey, I like that guy. Don't hurt them too bad. They don't know shit. They're new. But, have a little bit of fun, guys. These two step into the door frame.
I will growl in an attempt to intimidate.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation.
Same.
And go ahead.
I'm just mean mugging everything.
All right. And despite the bear being the bigger one, they kind of chuckled at him. They don't seem to quite understand that you are smarter than the average bear, and so think you an actual animal. Maeve, they kind of look at and they recognize that, yeah, he's obviously somebody that's done some training, but aren't overly impressed, but they are wary of you. Go ahead and roll for initiative. All right, and we start with, whoops, no, don't end turn. So we are going to start with Roy.
All right.
They are aware that you seem like somebody that's been in a fight or two, and so they immediately put up their dukes.
All right.
Yep, there we go.
So I'm reading over my stuff. So I will use my charge attack, so
All
I can
right.
charge them without taking the penalty,
All
and
right.
substitute a bull rush for a melee attack. And with the cleave feat, reach, if you hit, you deal damage normally and can make an additional melee attack using your full attack bonus against a foe adjacent within reach. So yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna charge the one that's here.
Okay. And beautiful.
Ah, and then going after the other one since I can.
It's all right. First, go ahead and and that one will also hit. So go ahead and roll the damages.
All right, here's the crit and the normal.
Right. And then the other guy, Cleave. Yeah. And both of them get. Whoops, that was you. Both of them get knocked back a little bit from your powerful charge. And you hear the three of them around the table all suddenly burst out laughing as if entertained by this. They haven't seen this much excitement in days, perhaps weeks.
Interesting that they're not getting up pissed.
They are watching you, but they are not joining in. Oh, which brings us to this one here. And you see him pull out a little prison shank, a little bit of sharpened concrete chipped off the wall, and he rushes at Roy. And I believe that misses. Kinetic AC is 13. So yeah, that one misses. His little short ass arms just swipe at your kneecaps and he whiffs.
Oh, what's the matter, little bitch? Can't swing?
Shut up!
I'm gonna teabag your ass.
Bartholomew.
I'm gonna take a swipe at our friend who just charged up close.
Kathump. And 13. And that massive thump to his head knocks him down to the ground. He's still. He is. Let's see. Where are you? He is dazed by that bear claw of a thump. Which brings us to our other Skittermander. And he's now recognizing that, okay, that bear is not just a dumb animal. And he pulls out his own homemade knife and charges at Locke. And also whiffs it. Which will bring us back to Roy. Go ahead, Maeve.
All right, so since he's my initial target, it's taking a good amount of pounding for me. I'm gonna just Spartan kick his ass right into this wall that's right there.
Nice.
Why did we bring in a little note? Baby, why'd she fall in the water?
Ah.
Damn it.
And as you attempt to kick, you kick right over his short little head. You do still have the option of moving if you would so choose.
Did she poop on the floor? Did she poop on the floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to here, and I don't think I can grab the guy that's dazed right now, but next round I'm gonna grab him, and he might go into the toilet for a swirly. Setting a tone.
So, alright, then we are indeed back to the guy that is dazed, and he shakes it off and gets up to a knee, but that's all he is able to do. Locke.
Right, our friend who just tried to knife me is going to get the paw.
And 13. And that does not beat his KAC. So, he manages to duck out of the way. Whoops. And did you want to do any movement?
No, I'm good where I'm at.
All right, then he ducks and counterattacks.
What, honey?
Roll an awesome
No, he doesn't.
tonight. Love it. And he swings and misses yet again. He's actually starting to look a little bit worried now because you're starting to suspect this guy hasn't actually been in a fight, at least not recently. And so he realizes he's between a rock and a hard place, and he skitters back. As he passes by, Roy, go ahead and roll an unarmed attack to see if you can trip him up as he tries to skitter past you.
Yield attack of opportunity.
Alright, he does
Damn it.
manage to slip between your legs. And you
That's
hear
fine.
as he grovels near the table, Boss, 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 these guys are a hell of a lot tougher than they look. And we are back to Maeve.
All right. So this one who's still semi down, I'm just going to drop with my knee right into his back and pin him, and I'm taking his prison shank away from him.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Let me pop that in, and you go ahead and make an unarmed strike, but this is only going to be a 10 is what you'll need to disarm him. Which you do. And you acquire his prison shank.
All right, and I'll make it a show of pocketing it. I'm not gonna need to wield it right now.
Alright, very nice. And it is now the turn of the guy on the ground, and he is going to attempt to struggle his way free. This is going to be an opposed strength roll.
My only good stat. Oh, my dex isn't bad.
And he does manage to wiggle his way free and rolls out into the hallway. And it is Locke's turn.
Hey, you get back here. We were not finished. Oh.
You charge in, and go ahead and roll an intimidate as well.
Let's see.
And 20. Alright, he falls back and he starts cowering under the table. And you hear the leader in the corner start to chuckle. And he lifts his hand up. The door slams shut behind Roy. So, I see you boys got more guts than some of the others around here. Why don't you pull up a table? Take a seat. We can have some talk. You, scumbag! Get the fuck out of here. You ain't nothing. The skittermander on the floor stands up and looks at Bartholomew and then over to Roy as if asking for your guys' permission to walk past.
I stand aside, but I will snap at him as he passes me. Like
He-
right off his ear.
He runs so fast he runs straight into the door, knocking himself out.
I will grab him and toss him out.
And he's, whoops, that's you again. And he gets tossed out.
I said, "Don't worry, boys. We're just gonna talk to the boss."
The three at the table all laugh again. Have fun! So, what brings you to my domain? I wouldn't come any closer, 'cause, I know a thing or two.
No.
Uh, an affinity for picnic baskets has brought me here, and I would like to get back to them.
Ah, I see, I see. So what you're saying is, you want to escape?
You are correct, sir.
Huh. Interesting. You're in the middle of hostile territory. Don't even really know where shit is. Other side of that fence is probably certain death. You still want to go?
I don't see no picnic baskets in here.
Uh, what about you, Adonis? How are you thinking? You want to go out and die on the other side of the fence too?
I fucking hate walls. I threw too many bricks in the windows.
Y'all don't seem to understand. Sometimes this is actually the easy life. I mean, at least when you got the reputation. You know, you guys could be gods around here. But if you, I mean, obviously we got our own reputation to maintain. So, both of you go ahead and roll a diplomacy.
Oh, shit.
Diplomacy. I'm going to use my reroll for the night on that.
So, alrighty. And that was better. And Maeve, were you going to keep that roll as well?
Yeah, that's. I'm rolling at a negative, so
So, alright.
there's a good chance that could be worse.
Yeah, so the Skittermander Don chuckles. Okay, well, I ain't gonna help you with that, but if you think you're smart enough to escape here, over in the control room as well as the captain's office back by receiving and discharge, that's where the main control panels to shut everything off is. So if you manage to do that, you could probably just scale the walls and get out, assuming y'all seem strong enough to be able to fight through the gods. But you know, you get to you knock down a couple of doors, knock off some computers, and you'll probably be able to get out of here. But fuck it if I'm gonna help you, stupid sons of bitches. You just beat two of my best guys.
Will
And
the
if you
warden of them doesn't have a car?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Said the warden doesn't have a fucking car?
Ah, everybody gets bussed in. So, yeah, and the shift, you know, big prison transport comes in, and, you know, new guys get off, old guys go in, they leave. I don't actually know the schedule for that, but, you know, it's kind of hard to see that direction. You know, my window kind of points out onto the yard.
How did you disable your caller?
You know, if you're smart enough in technology, even these things are pretty frickin' stupid. I mean, let's face it, these fascists in charge here, they ain't the brightest. Now, basically, hairpins and a little bit of luck.
Any hairpins?
Well, proverbially speaking, I mean, any thin metal object will do. But, yeah, he points at his collar. If you go in through the corner here, and he points out the circuitry, you can short circuit it. I mean, there's also a tiny little chance that the whole thing explodes and, you know, blows your head off, but I'm pretty sure that's only like 1 in 100 or something.
Good enough.
I think I can work with that.
You got a decent tech luck?
My computers is a +3, but I have engineering that's a +12,
And,
and
yeah, it would
sleight
be...
of hand is +14.
I would call it an engineering. Yeah, instead. Didn't mean to say
Okay.
technology, meant engineering.
Okay, you're better at both of those than me. By a long shot.
And I.
All right. Well, sir, this has been a most enlightening conversation. I appreciate your time, and we won't talk about your best guards.
That's mighty kind of you. So, you know, don't come back. You ain't welcome. Next time I'll have everybody jump. You got it?
Understood and fair.
Thank you. Get lost. The skittermanders that had been out on the table look back, and one of them stands up and walks in, closing the door behind him. And the areas that he was talking about, he believes that the computer control area is in... Oh, let me move this down. Is in this corner here. And he also said that there is a control in the captain's office, which is in the bottom left corner of the prison in the other area that you have blacked out.
Oh.
Right. So I believe we should return, and we should secure some sleeping quarters for the night.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
All right, gentlemen.
All right. And so you head off into the privacy of the cells, and I presume you are going to attempt to do some proverbial lockpicking.
Proverbial and literal. I've got a.
Why would you guys choose that cell? Go in the middle.
Fine.
Because there's guards on that side. You don't think it looks suspicious? 3 of us just walking into a cell together?
I mean, we all showed up together. We've been hanging out together.
And you did also notice that this camera at the end of the hallway where you had been fighting didn't do jack shit, despite watching you beat the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they were watching.
Okay.
They might have even been taking bets.
I make sure to close the door if there is a door.
There is indeed.
Okay.
Never mind the weird ass
And
shadows that casts.
That's fine. I will post up at the door while Yogi does his thing.
It's all right. Go ahead and make an engineering roll.
Maybe Yogi should go last.
¿Por qué?
You don't want me picking this thing, Sam. I've got a +5 to engineering. Not Not horrible, but it's not great either.
I'm just saying, you and I have no engineering, so if he accidentally blows his own head off, rude if he goes first.
Well, strictly speaking, it's your head.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
should be doing all first.
You're the only one with a collar.
Well, good news. Locke is able to do exactly as the Skittermander said. Sam, please roll a D100. And good news, your head did not blow off. And so your drift nullifier collar has been disabled. You are still wearing it because I am presuming you don't want to be immediately shot and killed because you're not wearing what you're supposed to be wearing?
Exactly.
I would like to loosen my beautiful jewelry if I can as well.
It's all right. And go ahead with another engineering roll. And that will do it. Just barely. Dun-dun-ch.
Barely.
Yeah, I've been
So
waiting all night to work that in. That was really shoehorned. Sorry.
That's okay. It's in the spirit of Yogi Bear to have very bad bear jokes.
So I
And
changed
so
my
you are currently doing basically what Han and Luke did to Chewbacca on the Death Star, where they
Yes.
unleashed it and have it very slightly. All right, and it is currently 9 o'clock. How late are you willing to go tonight? Otherwise, we can plan for next time around.
I don't have a
I'm good to
bedtime,
keep going.
so that's up to you
Good.
boys.
Okay, then we will continue going until y'all stop me or we reach the end of this world. World 1-1.
Okay, now that we got some freedom and some flexibility, we've got some options.
Yes,
How
and
are we going to get these idiot mooks in line in order to do what we need?
Do we want to disable our friend's caller as well, or how much do we trust him?
Probably, but not right now.
Okay.
everybody go ahead and make a culture roll, please.
Hmm. Yes, I know. I'm not reading it. Wow.
All right, very nice, very nice. Except for Sam. You hear over the PA medical callouts. Anybody wishing to see medical, please report to main door. And you hear the main trap door open and unlock.
Oh, we might want to watch this.
Yeah.
And one guy walks over and enters the trap. Does anybody else wish to join for a medical call out?
It's really
Nope.
tempting, but they would discover my anklets are off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll go. Well, I don't have the best bluff, but I have nothing on me
You can
to
just go
see
for
anything.
information. You don't have to do anything. Just go get checked out so you can see the lay of the prison.
Yeah, just get the free
Yeah.
rectal exam.
Huh?
Just get the
No.
free rectal exam.
And so, all right, only Roy is heading in. One of the Andors goes in, and the door locks behind you both. And coming through the door. All right, which one of you is going first?
I point at him.
And both go in. Few minutes later, it comes back out. All right, you next. In. The door locks behind you. As you enter the medical office, there is a very, very basic computer. It doesn't actually seem to be connected to much of anything. It almost seems like just a data entry point. The guard points at the chairs. Sit! You look around, and all of the medical equipment seems to be very broken, very old. What seems to be the problem?
Headache.
Headache. Goddamn fucking son of a bitch. You see him walk into the back door, slam the door behind him. In your brief glimpse of the back room, the room back there appears to have a bunch more broken equipment just lying on the ground. And he comes back out, slamming the door behind him, hands you... let me open up the right panel here. Hands you... Where is your page? Hands you a med patch, which is now in your inventory. That'll help you. Now get the fuck out.
Thank you, sir.
Slams the door again. And so, in the inmate medical area, there was the door going back to what appeared to be the storage room. And then there was also a door to the south, which you are guessing based off of your initial shocking start to the other guy that was on the bus with you. This is the area you suspect solitary confinement to be.
Okay.
The door back to Gen Pop opens. And, whoops, sorry.
That's okay.
And closes again. And so, areas that you are now pretty certain, you're pretty sure control room here, commanding office here, medical here, medical storage here, most likely solitary confinement here, and then receiving and discharge.
Okay.
And the...
So we go back into our room.
Oh, fine. That's a different room this time.
It's not like there's...
Is it? Well, it's ours now. Shut the door again.
What'd you find out?
All right. So I basically kind of just draw on the floor, like, okay, here's where we came in. This is the medical area. Everything looks like it's like 40, 50 years old. Most of it doesn't look like it works. They got a computer that looks like it's a standalone piece of shit from 30 plus years ago. it might have some records. The guy didn't even bother to enter anything. They do have some medical supplies at least. I got a med patch. So there is a storage unit in there. I doubt we'll get much out of that, but if we can get a backpack or wrap up a blanket with a few supplies, then we should be good when we get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
He didn't have to unlock or lock that door, did he? He just opened it, went right in, grabbed his shit, came back out, and was pissy.
That door he appeared to keep unlocked. It is standard procedure is to lock every single door behind them. This guy did not follow procedure.
I'm also going to relate to my two buddies what our new accomplice told us. They sit over there, so if anyone attacks them, everyone gets zapped. Purely for protection.
Figured as much.
So it seems
Do
like
we
one
want
of
to
the
offer her?
risks is the camera cannons. If we can get into the commanding officer's office, it looks like that's the entry into uh, the control room. And if we can disable those, then we've opened up the doors to prison riot and our chance to get out. So that seems to be the if anything happens, we need to get in there first.
Right. I think we need the riot in order to cover us getting into there. When the guards are out and busy, then we can either break in through the door or just shatter the glass, which I don't know. The tables and chairs and whatnot here, what are they all made out of?
Uh, they appear to be very standard tables, just metal and wood. And likewise, the windows don't seem to be reinforced of any sort. Everything is very, very old around here.
And they're putting a lot of reliance on these collars, huh?
Indeed.
No, they're putting a lot of reliance on their shocking trackers, which
That too.
I don't know. It might take a little bit of time to figure out, or actually, you might be able to now that you're free. Is if they're automated, like there's a computer program or whatnot that's running it, or if there's a single guard that's running all of them. Because if they don't have many personnel, they can't have like five different guys on there operate the camera tasers.
Just trying to look at my abilities and if anything would help us.
Mm-hmm.
Climate adaptation. I mean, detect thoughts.
That would
Ooh,
that would help you, yes.
I'm not sure who you want me to try to detect thoughts on, though.
the guards.
I think we probably have to pick one, don't we?
Well, of the
I don't think.
guards that you have met the medical officer and the commanding officer are the only two that you have seen. You could, at increased difficulty, just try and cast a wide net for any conscious being. Otherwise, the DC, what is it, 15 will that I would have to roll for the commanding officer or the medical officer is what I would have to roll. Otherwise, it
Mhm.
would be a DC let's see, what would be the other way around? A DC 10 I would have to beat if you wanted to be general.
Well, only can do one a day, so we probably better go general.
That's
Well, here's
the
the thing,
that's
right?
the easier one for me to beat.
Uh, if I make a fuss near one of the cameras that has a guard, would that help you, Sam? To where like maybe I beat up one of these, one of the Andors. I'll get tased for a day. It's okay.
How would that help me?
It would give them something to focus on, and maybe you could read some thoughts, and especially see if like you're like, oh shit, Jimmy, better put this guy down quick. I don't want to deal with this or something. Is my thought process lock?
So the camera turrets themselves are armed. It's not going to introduce any guards into the mix.
Right, but there's a guard outside that I could get into a fight close enough that he can be there, or
Possibly.
maybe
Yeah, we got it in the
you
yard.
know. hmm
Is that the plan?
I mean, we don't have to escape day one. I
We
think
don't.
we'll be safe enough. Like Yogi can sleep in front of the door, so they're not gonna,
Hmm.
nobody's gonna come in and push the door open easily.
I'm good with whatever. Can detect thoughts once per day. So if we're doing general with a scheme or a garden in particular.
I'm thinking guard in particular. We've got time. It's not like we got to get out this particular day. We can sleep. We can take a week or so
Mm-hmm.
planning this out, getting our regular food rations,
I think we're gonna need
maybe.
to. Even if we only eat partial food rations to save some up, we're gonna need to.
Oh no, I'm gonna beat some boys. I'm gonna beat some people up for some.
Ah, all right. All right, so which guard
And
then?
then when we take this place, I'm planning on getting as much supplies as we can before we head out to go find a fishing village.
Okay, which guard do you want me to target?
So with
Well,
that distraction going on, uh, you do believe that you would be able to target who is ever in control of the cameras. So basically, you feel that with that distraction, the mental energy of the security guard would allow you to focus on that person.
All
And
right,
so I would need to defeat you with a 15 will save.
is that the plan we're going with, boys?
yep. We'll go back outside. I'll get into a fight. We'll see what they think about fighting.
It says you're not able to cast this spell slot. Did I not long
Oh,
Mm,
rest?
oh, it looks like you don't. Much like your health, you had already had everything set to 0. Okay, that should help you now.
There we go.
all right. So Sam, I'm going to give you my prison shiv and my ration pack and my med pack, just in case they try and take some of it off of me.
Okay.
All right, I have moved that on over.
What am I supposed to do with this other rolly stuff? Save this negates, place 60 feet cone burst.
Mm-hmm.
Am I supposed to be following you, gentlemen?
Probably, yeah.
All right, and Sam,
See,
for your point, you can follow them if you would like, but you are going to be basically focusing your mind on the lower right hand corner of the prison is where your
well,
thoughts are going to be.
then I'm staying where I'm at
Okay, that works.
with the closed door, just so I don't draw attention to myself. As far as they're concerned, I went to go lay down for a nap.
Ah, I'm stuck.
And oh, let me catch up with you here. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just gonna leave those open for ease. Pretend they're locked behind you.
Okay. Yep.
All right,
So
and
I'm gonna
so
sit around here.
yeah, you got two guards in front of that camera, one guard in front of that camera.
I'm gonna wait for one of the Andrews to come walking by me. Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Oh, what do you want?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, ain't we all?
Give me some food.
Eh, take it, bitch.
All right, bitch. My one time being nice, and I swing on him.
All right, we'll just do the in opposed strength.
Am I supposed to place this cone thing somewhere?
Eh, if it's giving you one to place, just go ahead and place it over the black area there. And you knock that guy out, and you see on him he has
You see,
a pop that back in. On him, he has a shank, a baton, a poor meal, and a minor intoxicant.
I take it all. Do the guards seem to give a shit that I just am
And
robbing this dude blind?
the guards do not appear to give much a shit at all. They seem far more interested that you are staying away from the line. Much as before with your battle with the Skittermanders, they are watching with some enjoyment.
Okay. I drag this guy off the path into the grass right about here.
And you do see the camera that is on the wall turning and focusing on you, which is
That's fine.
where Sam is coming into play, and I need to make a DC 15 will. And just barely saves, but while you are unable to read the thoughts, you are able to, Sam, detect that in the control room here, that there are three conscious minds in that room.
Okay. So do I hit this save DC 15 thingy?
Uh, oh, I think I was supposed to click that, and I just clicked right off of my screen there. So, no, I had already rolled that. Sorry.
Save will.
Boop, and be gone. Sorry. So yes, you could not actually detect any minds, except that there are three of them. Plus, you also did see the commanding officer go into his office, so you know in total there are four people in this area.
Looks like it gives me rounds for detect thoughts. Absence from
Detect thoughts.
creatures. Or at least one.
Highest intelligence score is 26 or higher, at least 10 points higher than or still. Okay, the way I'm reading that is if I had failed the first round, then you would have detected the presence or absence of thought. If I had failed again from your concentration on that spell for a second round, then the second round info would apply, and if I failed a third time, then the
Okay,
third round
gotcha.
would apply. So technically, I shouldn't have even given you that information.
Oh well.
Oops.
Too late.
Mm.
Oh well.
I can get into more fights for more days if it's if that's what we need.
You know, I'll,
All
uh,
right.
I'll I'll give it to you to just speed it along. That you are able to detect four people in that corner there.
Okay. We go back inside.
Originally, you
I'm gonna
said
go
three.
talk to. No, there's three people in the security room, and then Commander Dipshit in his office.
Oh, is
Correct.
that where the fourth comes in? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. You got three controllers, and what we have here is failure to communicate, man.
Yep. So I'm gonna go over to our new kind of friend person and say, "Hey, you might need this," and I give her the poor meal.
She looks at it and accepts it and nods and slowly starts to eat it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And there. Good enough for right now.
Sam, you're a druid, correct?
That's what I'm going for, but there's not really a druid per se.
Can
In
you attempt to speak with any of these plentiful rats for information?
absolutely.
Mm.
Uh, climate. Where's it at? Not summon creature. Crystal. Where's all my cantrips?
They're the level 0 or 0
Oh,
level.
is it features?
And let's see. Oh, that's right. It was a completely different thing.
Under my features, I have speak with animals.
Yes,
Or is
indeed.
that
There it
some?
is. You can communicate with any creature. It doesn't make it friendly. If an animal is friendly to you, it may do you a favor. This ability allows you to intimidate, to bully animals, or you can use. Open that all the way up, or you can use any other language dependent effect against animals. So, yes, you may attempt to intimidate or diplomacy a rat.
I'm gonna offer some of the food I was given.
You want me to go get you more food?
I mean, the rats, they don't eat a whole lot.
And she currently has two rations on her.
And they're not gonna, like, one rat is not even gonna go through the ration.
Yeah, I wouldn't charge you a ration for it. I'd presume that you would just
Mm-hmm.
chip off a corner for your attempt.
It doesn't give me anything to roll, though.
It's going to be rolling whichever you're trying to. I presume diplomacy with the feeding of the rat. But basically, if you wanted to try and bluff it, if you wanted to try and intimidate it, but for you, diplomacy is your best.
Effect against. Okay. Then I guess we're gonna roll diplomacy.
Yes, indeed, please. And you have made friends with some of the rats around you. And now that you're connected to the drift again, you actually understand their chittering back. What do you want to know? Meow. Meow.
Well, rats are very good at picking up schedules of their guards and their environment, so I want to know what they know about change of shift and comings and goings.
And they chitter back to you that there are two shift changes, one in the morning and one at night. And the night shift happens when everybody is locked down for the night. The one in the morning occurs basically at the same time as all of the doors are opening up. All of the cell
What,
doors, I should say.
what else do we want to know, gentlemen?
I mean, with how run down this building is, I imagine these rats have free reign. They could probably give us insight to basically the entirety of the map that we haven't seen. Like they're
Okay.
probably skittering through the medical offices, skittering through uh, the shoe.
Hmm.
And
Sadly, not
rats have
shoe
excellent
buns.
memories, so they'd be able to. And I'm going to ask my little friends to describe as much of the layout as they can.
So, all right. They describe to you that. All right, let me get that right. That the. That's not going to work. Crap. I was just going to draw the areas, but that is not going to work. So, Sam, I'm just going to drag your character around and reveal the areas to you as if you were seeing through the eyes of a rat.
Am I the only one that can see it?
I think if everybody deselects their character or potentially just clicks on you instead, they should be able to see your point of view.
Oh, okay.
And so you do indeed have the medical storage office with all of these scattered crates and broken equipment. You have an officer's mess and break room. You have the solitary confinement area. You have another trap hallway. You have the captain's office. And locked behind a single door in the captain's office is a small armory that seems very thinly stocked, but there are some equipment boxes here.
That'll work.
So technically, we could ask these guys to bring us medical stuff or food or.
And then in the guard tower, there appears to be one guy standing with what appears to be a sniper rifle of some sorts. The rats are not smart enough to be able to tell you what kind of weapon it is because all big boomsticks are boomsticks to them.
Yep.
The
That's fine.
control room has indeed three people in it, and both in the captain's office and in the control room, you see much newer compared with all of the other equipment, but these blue computers here are what appears to be controlling the cameras. I'll throw you back to the captain's office real quick.
You know, guys, we could ask the rats to do up wiring for us.
I was just
I,
thinking the same thing.
I was also thinking about that. Rats are good at getting in there and chewing shit up and not dying.
Then we'd probably better get them more food. They're going to want it to be worth their while.
I mean, we could just tell them that we've heard that those types of computers have really good nest material in them.
And they're
No,
warm.
let's not go that way with it. I'm fine with feeding our army of assistants. Do do the guards have a place for them to shower and change to where we might have some civilian? Well,
Civilian clothes.
The officer's mess
yeah,
and break room, uh, wouldn't say shower, but that is where the officers go for relaxation and unwinding. so you would probably be able to find civilian clothes in that area.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, jacket and whatnot. So there's enough of an armory for us to be armed.
I support the right to arm bears.
I want to
You
ask my
want
How could that
friends.
possibly maybe be misinterpreted?
I want to ask my friends which guards are more scary or should be avoided.
Uh, to them, all creatures are much bigger than them, so all of them are scary.
But I'm sure there's some that intentionally try to stomp on them versus ignore them.
It would seem that the commanding officer is probably the biggest dick to animals. They generally
got
don't
it.
like going into the commanding officer's office.
Good to know.
Yep,
So if we take anyone out, we take that guy out for the rats.
I'm down.
Just, make their life easier on our way out.
hmm So if we can get them to chew through and mess with the computers for the security, that'll help us with our prison break. The only person I'm worried about would be the one here in the guard tower, which I'm assuming is this dark blob here, since I wasn't able to get
Correct.
Sam vision.
Yes, this
If
is the guard tower, and there does appear to be only one guy with a very large boomstick.
But he can't. He's outside, so it's not like he can shoot into the building.
He cannot shoot through thick walls. He does have a line of sight of the entire out of bounds area and areas beyond, but basically anything inside those lines, he doesn't have a sight.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, excluding the landing area.
However, either Sam or the other witch might be able to disable him,
How much do
and then we
we
wouldn't have to worry about it.
how much do we trust our other witch?
Not terribly right now, but I did. We've been nice to her. I've given her some extra food. We can work with her, and if we feel more comfortable, then like day of break time, we can reveal to her that, hey, we got the collar off. We can get your collar off, and then you can do your own thing.
I've also pointed out to her that they're going to highly look at her if she stays put if we escape or if I escape.
Oh yeah.
Do we have any more questions for the rats, or do I want to give them some more food and set them about chewing up wiring for their nests? They like shiny things.
Do we want to piss off some of the street thugs, or do we want to keep beating up on Andors? Because I'm good with either or.
That's up to you boys. You're the muscle.
I'm good with either or as well. I think having the rats do some work on the computer systems is going to be huge, regardless of what we
Yeah.
do. Because if they can't zap us, then they have to come and fight us man to man, and I am now a threat.
Well, now you have your range. Their guns have some range, but we can deal with that, especially if we start a riot and they're like, "Oh shit, our computers don't, our zapping cameras don't work, so we need to actually come out here and quell this."
Okay.
And
I'm
then
gonna give
Sam, what
my
kind of offensive stuff can you do?
I'm gonna give my friends some more food and thank them and ask them to report back if anything out of the ordinary comes about. Okay. As far as what I can do,
Oh,
you just
hell.
want me to read off to you what my abilities are, or
Yeah,
hello?
you can do that, or just kind of give me a general, role play. Give me a general description, like, hey, I can do this and this now that I'm free of this inhibitor.
I don't know. I've got telekinetic projectile, daze, detect affliction, psychokinetic hand, and vanishing trick. Those are all my cantrips.
Hmm.
Detect thoughts I already used. Life bubble, mental silence, ectoplasmic barrage, summon creature, and a little wisp ally. Crystal eruption, venomous weapon, dark vision, and shield other. Um,
Okay.
and then under my features, it looks like grasping vine, animal adaptation, healing touch. Oh, feats. Creature companion expert, spell penetration, greater spell penetration, toughness. I don't know what connection does. Speak with animals, channel skill, and mind link. So kind of an earthy, animal friendly druid with some defenses.
Okay. That'll work.
It'll come in handy when we get out to the woods. That's for sure.
Very much.
All right, what's next?
We've probably done enough for today, so we should probably sleep and then start enacting the plan tomorrow. The rats can start doing on some stuff. We will get them more food.
Happy, and they'll do whatever we want.
All right. So, as night begins to fall, to chew through the wires for the low, low price of one DPRP. Uh, Shit, what did I call it? Field ration. It would take approximately 3 hours for the rats to chew through the wires, which I would give you the opportunity to attempt to mug 3 people for their equipment before the cameras start failing and the guards start to notice that something is going bad and they might have to intervene.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right, so the night passes and we'll just pretend everybody went to their cells. And turn the lights back on. Sam, you would be able to use your detect thoughts again, as it is now the next day. And would you like
Do I
to would you like to feed the rats first and then start your muggings? Or would you like to attempt to start a mugging before feeding the rats?
Well, the mugging's going to how I'm going to get the food.
It's all right. Yeah, Sam, you do have 2 of the rations already.
So you're saying I could
Do
just
we get-
start eating
So
them?
at whatever point y'all decide, you do have the ability to start at your leisure.
At our leisure?
Let's go ahead and move a couple of these guys around just for next day's sake.
How did I end up with 2? Oh, because you gave me some.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You were holding mine.
All right. Everybody
Like,
has
I
moved
gave
around for the
you,
next day there. And
yep, I gave
everybody
you all my stuff before I started doing stuff.
Yeah.
And related note, everybody is going to be receiving 1 canteen and 1 poor meal.
Was that our
That was your daily ration.
food for the day?
That is indeed. At the conclusion of the day, you can either choose to skip a meal or eat. The penalties for skipping a meal are basically just progressive exhaustion levels. Which. Why was I stupid and closed this book? 276. Oops, that's 376.
All right.
Uh,
So the ration packs that we got were better than the poor meals that we eat on the daily.
the field rations will hold indefinitely and will feed you for an entire day, both water and food. The poor meal will will eventually go bad. I don't actually know how long that is.
That's fine.
Um, anyway, but the field ration will basically just like fully revivify you.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I kind of want to know where those old guys got them first before we start going crazy. So
If you'd like to go and ask them, you could do a diplomacy.
actually, hey Yogi, you want to do the talking?
Hello, distinguished citizens. We would like to inquire as to where you may have democratically acquired such fine rations.
Oh, praise democracy. He seems a little bit cagey about it and kind of shuffles around a little bit. And, well, it's a little undemocratic to say anything, and we are right next to the guards, guys, but, we got a little bit of a supply chain sort of thing. I don't want to say anything more, but praise democracy. Basically, he implies that one of the guards might be smuggling it in.
Hmm. Interesting.
Mm.
Is there a way in which we could procure more of these?
Well, I don't want to advocate any undemocratic, sinful thoughts, but this he points his head back at the lone guard at the far side of the yard.
Much obliged. And I will just amble right through the middle of them. I'll probably bump all of them at some point a little bit.
Thump 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 thump.
I didn't hear whatever Brian said.
The guy was extremely cagey and then indicated with a head nod that the guard on the far side of the yard. Hello. Don't lay on any of those buttons, please. At the far side of the yard was the source of the additional rations. And as Locke approaches, the guard turns and looks at it. Don't come any closer. Seems extremely bored and annoyed.
Hello, my good sir. I would like to inquire as to the possibility of acquiring some democratic rations.
Uh-huh. Yep, wouldn't we all? But, they don't exactly come cheap, and oh, what the hell? I don't even like this fucking planet. Look, I got like 3 on me, and you do anything stupid, just stay the hell away from me, all right? And that's the price.
I can gladly agree.
All right, well, center of the wall, behind a stone. It's pretty obvious which one. And he points out, and I won't make you go over there. I'll just give you the rations.
Much obliged, good sir. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, that guy does not want to be here. And now in your inventory, you possess 4 rations.
Nice.
And I will gladly hand off
Okay,
one to be delivered to the rats.
Hold on. Don't give the rations away. I'm gonna get us another meal. I don't even give this guy a chance. I just bum rush and nail his ass.
So, alright, let me see how his reflex is. Decent. Go ahead and roll a athletics.
Okay.
Oof. He manages to get knocked back, but he doesn't fall down. But he turns and he's like, ah, man, what the hell? And whoops. All right, go ahead and roll an initiative. We'll just see which one of us gets to go first. And it looks like our Andor gets to attack you first. And he does not have any weaponry, and so he is just going to attempt to hit you. And that matches your kinetic. He does 1 damage to you. This guy's a weakling.
Okay.
And your
I
turn to
hit him back. I tell him, I'm hungry. I'm taking your food.
And that hits him. And this guy has no health pool, so your punch just straight up knocks him out. And definitely with that one. And you find that this guy had 2 rations, a med patch, and a canteen on him. If you also wanted to steal his blanket, you could.
Why the hell not? We might use it in the wild, or the rats might want to nest with. Your choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up making a hobo sack out of it.
That works too.
So, all right, and I have gone ahead and dropped that on in. And this guy is out cold.
Oh,
Yep. So,
what's with this little circle thing?
there we go.
I don't know. When I was trying to move, it popped up, and I haven't
Oh,
figured
okay.
out how to delete it.
There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
So, all right. Is it rat feeding time?
Boys,
I believe it is.
alrighty.
Well, actually, no. Hold on. We might need a little bit more of a. Well, if we're going to start a riot, we might not need a whole lot of planning for that, but we might.
We
We want to start a
probably
riot. Is it morning? Are people eating at these tables right now?
Yes, they are. You see two guys down waiting for medical call out at the door within the white area of the increased security area. Everybody else is generally focused on their meal.
if we're going for it, shouldn't we just deactivate our friend's collar too?
Yeah, we need a little bit more time before we start. Well, we can feed the rest or appease them, but we'll need a little bit more time before
Yeah,
we're ready to strike.
yeah. You'll have 3 hours, which basically is going to be like 3 rounds worth of actions.
I mean, I could just go full bear and just amble through here eating people's food straight off the tables. And I feel like we're going to have a riot on our hands very quickly. Just snuffling, bumping about, just.
That
Then
seems like the most yogi thing you could do.
you could tell him you work
That
for
does.
Square, and he told you to do it.
Yeah,
Just a
we could blame the Skittermanders for this one. Do we get an evening meal, or is this the only meal we get of the day?
This is the one and only meal of the day.
Okay, so we'll need some time to get that in. So maybe tomorrow morning we have the rats start eating really early, and then at breakfast time we go through and Yogi Bear goes and gets him every picnic basket he wants, claiming it as ties for the Skinnermanders.
I think that could be effective.
okay. And that gives you today to disengage friend's collar there.
All right, is that the plan you would like to go with?
I think so.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
I will invite our friend to accompany me to a secluded space, and we can see if her head pops off.
Do you mention that part?
No.
Okay. All right, and that does pass. CD 100. And her head does not explode.
Success.
Any other complications?
It is only the risk of head popping. That was all.
Okay.
I will say keep that on until things go down tomorrow morning.
Understood. She
Sam, do you want to use your read thoughts to try and get in a little bit more knowledge from the trio of guards that are close by where we're at?
Sure. Just roll it.
all right, and yeah, go ahead and
Yes.
hit that, and I actually will use your button this time.
Damn it.
And yes, I am. Oh wait, no, that should. I had the wrong person clicked. That is not the roll.
Isn't
Because
Kishana a
is
witch?
is the yes is the other witch.
Of course she's
Not the
gonna.
person that you are trying to mindfuck.
I say, of course she's not gonna be able to be mind fucked.
This guy, however, is mindfucked. And so this first round, you detect that this time around there are only 2 guards in the general population control room. One is maintaining the camera controls that you are going to be sending your rats after. The other is at the monitoring board. And the commanding
Okay.
officer is still in his office. But there is one less person today.
Hmm.
And so next round, let's see. Highest intelligence. Your standard spell doesn't. Second round would not apply because this guy's not that smart. Uh, let's see. Okay, so if I fail again, then you would then be able to read the surface thoughts of any mind in that area. Target who succeeds the will prevents you from reading its thoughts, and you must do it again. Alright, so I will roll again. And I did that wrong again. Shit, sorry. No, wait, that actually worked that time. And that was the correct person to be rolling that, and he did beat it this time. So, aside from detecting that there is one less person, you are not able to detect any surface thoughts of this guy right now.
Okay.
Right God
Hey,
appears.
Alex.
Glitch in the matrix.
Oh no, it's the other guy.
I'm gonna ask my little rat friends if this is part of the weekly schedule that there's one less person.
It would appear that this is the weekend schedule. You have not really known whether it was a weekday, weekend, anything. You barely know what time of day it is here in prison. But you determined that today and tomorrow there are less staff on hand.
Okay.
Nice.
I will relay this to my people.
They are currently in prison in Procyon.
That's not hard to do.
Sam is a witch. That was her crime. Locke is Yogi Bear. He's in prison for stealing picnic baskets. And Mafe is a rioting and looting undemocratic son of a bitch.
I threw a brick through a Starbucks window.
Did
It
you say
wasn't even during. It
Democracy
wasn't even
bucks.
duing a riot. They just messed up your latte.
Yeah, I had too much fun when the rioting started, so I was like, fuck it.
Hi, baby. Here, gnaw on the bone. No, don't. Okay, whatever.
And all right. Then we begin the evening, and time to set the rats off. In the morning, everybody. Sam, you would be able to use your detect thoughts again. In the morning, everybody receives once again their canteen and poor meal. At this point, you will have to eat one of them if you don't want to become exhausted and suffer a -2 penalty to rolls.
Gotta eat then.
Ah,
Fight the system, eat each other.
no, we're gonna eat the prisoners, the other prisoners.
Oh,
Uh, the other
Why is it
prisoners'
not letting me
food?
use the?
I don't know. Uh,
Uh,
I
I'm
just
eating my normal shitty meal a day.
okay, got it. I will just instead not drop new ones in on you. All right, and as you are consuming your breakfast, you hear a crackling in the walls, and in the distance, you think you hear an alarm going off, but it is extremely muffled.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's one of those, distant car alarm sounds.
This might be a good time for detect thoughts. Say
And
Mary.
I will go ahead and roll that, and this is going to be at a serious disadvantage. And he fails, and what you are detecting with your detect thoughts is that there continues to be reduced staff in the control room, and right now everybody is panicking. You're not exactly sure what is going on in there, but you can tell that the people in the room, including the commanding officer, is very frantic right now.
I'm gonna quietly relay this to my team.
I'm going to do bear things and shuffle and snuffle, and I am eating food and knocking food off of tables, out of people's hands. Anyone and everyone, just table to table. And if anyone makes a big fuss about it, I'm just saying, take it up with the Caesareans and moving on to the next table.
Are you a bear or a cat?
I'm a bear,
Yes, Locke's a bear, and
1,100 pounds.
the Caesarians, Alex, are the Caesarian Brotherhood. They are a racist group of skittermanders. And as you do so, the evangelicals all kind of cluster together, cowering, and just let you do it. Meanwhile, the Andors and the street toughs all start gathering at the hallways near the Caesarian territory. And you hear some shuffling in the backgrounds as they all rush that way. You hear the doors, alarms going off, and coming through the door are 4 guards and the commanding officer. And they leave the doors open behind them because they are in a little bit of a panic at the moment.
Hmm? All
And
right.
so
And
they come in.
I'm very content on just shoving my face in this bowl of porridge on this table.
That's right temperature.
And you can see that these guards have compliance rays. And they all aim at you, Locke.
I'm giving off the biggest. I am not a threat. I am just focused on this bowl.
You're still a bear.
As,
But I'm sitting still.
they come at you and start to surround you. Step away from the table.
I will comply.
Now, you will march to solitary.
Do a somersault.
If
For
I
what
need to get a
purpose,
hoop,
sir?
if I need to get a hoop for you, I will make you jump through it.
No, you need a ball for that too. It's a 2-pair thing.
The 4 guards are all pointing their compliance rifles at you and motioning you to go that way.
Oh, do I go for the throat or not?
As you look around, you realize that the trap's doors have been left open, and you can see straight through. You can still see that the door to receiving and discharge is locked, but it looks like the doors to medical have been left open.
We got the commander's office and medical open.
With my range, I can get into the commander's office.
And lock yourself in there.
Go play some opera records.
I think getting outside of the range of fire is going to be the big thing. So, yeah, that's going to be it. I want to bolt into his open office door.
Alright, the 4 guards are not going to be fast enough to make any reflexes, but the commanding officer will roll to see if he can suddenly realize that you have shuffled off your cuffs. And this guy is as fast as he sounds.
Is there
We
like
have to
a...
respect his authority more.
What we have
Can I
here is failure to roll decent.
Oh my god.
Can I shut the door behind me as I come in here? Okay.
You can indeed, and because it is inside the commander's office, it's just a straight up deadbolt. I mean, nobody expects an inmate to be in here.
Nobody
In fact,
expects
you
the
also
Spanish
look-
Inquisition.
In fact, you look over and realize that the lock to this door as well is on the inside, so you have free access to that door as well.
Okay, I'm going to keep that locked for the moment.
So, all right.
And I'll wrap around and like press my face up to the glass and like stick my tongue out at them.
Hot.
All 4 of them come down and they point their guns at the window, and the commanding officer, "Don't do that, you stupid motherfuckers!" They just kind of turn, and at that point they realize in the back corner is a lot of shuffling, a lot of fighting, and there is a massive energy bolt shot straight down. Why can I not roll you? There we go. Straight down the hallway, smashing against the distant wall. Leaving a scorch mark, but not doing a significant amount of damage. And it's at that point that the commanding officer turns and yells, "That Skittermander witch, he got his powers!" And he makes to lead towards the hallway. The other 4 bolt out the back door because they don't exactly want to fight a, witch.
Should have burned you when they had the chance.
What? Alright. Time to begin looting.
I will open the doors as I see my companions approach.
I wasn't using that. I meant to just click on it so I could read it.
Gotcha. And so the commanding officer, he runs down the hallway anyway, and you can hear shooting.
Where are we going?
He's determined that the loud riot in the back corner is more important than a bear breaking into the office.
Where are you?
Sam, you
We're
are
in the
able to head
commander's office.
south there.
Down here?
Yep.
Did our friend follow us, or do I need to telepathically tell her to get her butt over here?
You would need to telepathically tell her, but I will go ahead and pretend that you did that. And she turns around, and you can feel her wanting to tug at the suppression collar, and she shuts the door behind her.
All right, what do we got in this room?
All right, so in this control room, there isn't a whole lot, but you do find one container of contraband material, and you find. I'm going to just go ahead and drop this on Mafe's sheets. You find several bottles of toilet wine.
Ew.
You find a drift nullifier color that is working. You find a compliance ray. You also find a zero pistol and battery. And a force baton. So that you can go 20th century on somebody.
Ooh.
Are there door controller keys?
On the control panel, you are able to control all of the doors.
I would like to
deactivate them.
No, we need to lock us in here and them out of there.
Yeah, I would like to lock the that door right there.
I thought we were trying to get out of here, guys.
We are, but that locks them in the back of the prison. They can't come through the prison straight out. They have to go around. Actually, can I also lock the back?
Back here.
Little. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Lock them in to the box.
I got that door. And Kashana had already locked that door. And you were also getting the traps. So, yeah, so far as you know, the commanding officer and the rioting is all locked into the Gen Pop area.
And do we want to open up through to the armory for our sake?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
We'll unlock the front doors of the building.
All right.
Not knowing if we've got anyone else in this part of the building, I will be quick to shuffle on.
Alright, so you have unlocked all of the doors. And your witchy friend is staying well behind you all. As you pass through the medical office area, the storage area, you can see indeed that everything is all scattered about, and there are a couple of very picked through crates, but you are able to find a few med kits, and again, just because I have Mace sheet right here, a few med kits, a few med patches, and interestingly, some suppressants. They are a way to force exhaustion on somebody that lasts for 1d4 rounds.
Nice.
Gonna grab some.
Anybody got is there a backpack or duffel bag in here?
Uh, I'm just gonna say your inventory is you got a hobo sack or you got a backpack or something able to carry at this point because I don't actually think there's a physical bag. Uh,
That's fine. We can use extra blankets and do that.
yeah,
I
and
quickly throw on some regular clothes and look for some like a if anybody's got like a jacket or anything for like night, when it gets cold.
certainly, and indeed in the officers' mess area, you do find some everyday clothes that will also protect you in temperate weather. Definitely not sub-zero, but you could probably make it through the mountains so long as you didn't linger too long.
Enough for all of us?
I have indeed dropped it on all of you.
Okay.
Yeah, Locke doesn't need to worry about that.
I am
All
a
he needs to worry
civilized
Well,
bear.
about.
Thank you.
he's an elevated bear, so he might be modest.
This
I
is
want
Locke we're talking
proof.
about.
All right. Where's the armory?
I did say might. It is through the captain's office, which as you walk in, you see a guy cowering behind his desk, and he stands and points a pistol at you. Don't move in me!
It's the wrong response. I'm gonna hit him.
All right,
Where are we
go
headed?
ahead and roll the attack. We are in the south end here, Sam. And
Oh, hell, you're in the south. You better hope Locke's not a black bear.
Uh-oh.
oh,
Yeah, that's fucked up.
well, with that hit, you knock out the captain, and he slumps over.
I take his gun.
Does he have any like
I would also like his hat.
badges or ID to
Uh,
open
you,
any of
you,
these
you,
doors?
everything is open at this point. You had access to the computer system, and so this guy is. Yes, thank you.
Is this character going to collect hats like the other guy collects hands?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And
Yeah, he's Yogi Bear and he doesn't have a hat right now, so it makes sense.
yes, let's see. PRP. This guy is a level 3 hat.
Okay. Does he have a pair of cuffs on him?
He does not, but still hanging off the back of Yogi over there. He's been dragging that around.
Hey, Bartholomew, come back here for a second. I need those binders.
Badly.
Wow.
Yeah, he's trussed up now.
All right. And in the armory, you find many empty
Hang on,
crates,
baby.
but you do find. I did not put it on my short list. That was dumb of me. Okay. Sorry, gotta go to a completely different one. All right. There we go. Okay. You find two what are called Wraith Sting rifles. They appear to have the ability to fire those suppressants that you had found over in medical.
Nice.
You also find a number of confiscated prison shanks, but you do not need them.
Nope.
But yes, as you pass through, it looks like this place is at the absolute bottom of the procurement list. The worst of the worst shit is getting sent here. You know, even things that are being sent here are basically going through that one Amazon center that goes and steals like one can of tuna from the 4-pack before sending it to you.
Nice.
That's fine. Yeah, throw all the loot in one of these boxes because it's coming with us. Um, grab a couple extra blankets, and I don't know if there's anything else we need to loot out of here. We pretty much got everything.
You have indeed. The last thing is figuring out what to do about the guard tower and making it through the fences. Uh, Given the time, we can roll that out or we can cutscene it. Because you have done the hardest part of the map.
I mean, if we're in different clothes, are they really going to think inmates?
They are probably on edge considering there is an alarm going off. All of the cameras are out, and they are getting radio silence from people, including running guards that have run out to the yard because they're chickens. So the guard in the tower is on high alert at the moment,
And luck is a bear.
and Log is a bear.
But I'm wearing a level 3 hat.
Let me go ahead and see if this guy is smart enough.
I mean, that's got to do something for his intimidate stat. You do not see Grok.
No, he does not actually. um, Actually, yeah. If you put on that hat, he might very well indeed assume that you are in fact exactly what that hat says, and you are a democratic level 3 citizen, and he would not dare shoot you.
So
This
maybe
is why I'm not naked, because it wouldn't work otherwise.
maybe he escorts us out then, out the front.
Yep,
We're
I'm just gonna
protecting.
walk out the front like I own this place. Call in an evac. Get me out of here.
All right, from your computer terminals, you are able to call in, and the guy on the other end is none too bright either, as he recognizes your hat and, yes, sir, sending one right away.
Where's our other witch friend?
And she realizes and catches up with you. And congratulations, you have escaped prison. The ship, because it was called in, is going to be taking you to the nearest settlement, which is going to be unveiling, reveal, brush size. It's going to take you to one of the 2 fishing villages. So you can either take the ship into the fishing village to the north, or the fishing village to the south. And let's see. 1, 2, whoops, missed. 3. There we go. All right, and so as for what I was saying at the start of the game, you guys are going to plot out your course from there, and then I will create a bespoke adventure for you. And so, since you took the evac bus, which of the villages would you like to be dropped off in?
Well, I think our plan was to head north, regardless. Hello?
I was thinking maybe going south, but because that is farther distance. But I was also worried about terrain and whatnot. So now we have a little. That would get us farther away, and
Yeah, the way the map is laid out, the gray area are mountainous regions. The tan and green, light green are basically grasslands. The dark green forests. Blue, obviously, water. So around the North Fishing Village is generally flatlands. So you'd be able to traverse it very easily. The area to the south is extremely mountainous and would take you far longer once you leave the village, or if you leave the village, however you choose to do that. Would be slightly more difficult roaming for you.
Maybe north then.
Yeah, I say that.
Theoretically, both offer the ability to procure a boat and
I,
leave by water.
they are indeed both fishing villages, and so water is also an option. And just because the water, or just because the map ends, it doesn't mean the world ends. I'll just scroll.
Yeah, the mountains all around the village to the south. I feel like going north gives us a greater ability to get out of Dodge.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
They will take us north.
Then, next time around, we shall start with your drop off at the fishing village to the north.
All right.